Over 350,000 students who scored grade D and below in the recently released Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education exam results. In addition to those that scored D+, it represented 61% of students who were on the lower end of the ranking scale. However, this is nothing new, even as general improvement in performance is reported in the KCSE exam over the years. Raquel Muigai looks into the factors that contribute to these numbers and, if at all, something can be done to salvage it.
Little is known of Lugusi Friends Secondary School in Webuye. The school had a total candidature of 30 students who sat for this year's examination. The top candidate managing grade C plain.
We have been on upward mobility. Last year, 2018, the school had a mean score of 2.1. And this year, the school had a mean of 2.6. There's an improvement of a deviation of 0.5.
3 students managed grade C plain, 4 others had D+, 3 registered grade D plain, with 17 garnering D-. 3 students had the E grade.
Sijui shida inatokea wapi kwa sababu walimu wenye wanaendanga universities wanaenda kwa shule moja wanatrain.
While locals here might be worried, this has been the national outlook every year during the release of KCSE results. The bottom of the pyramid is always the largest. In 2017, the total number of students in that category was 314,035 students. In 2018, there were 343,897, while in 2019, 319,370. But why should this be the case?
These children have gone through primary education that does not necessarily emphasize on them achieving certain learning milestones. It is emphasizing them going through the system. It's like a conveyor belt. You put at point A and you must eject at point B.
The education that you're giving children has not been configured to deliver quality. There is more emphasis on access as opposed to what basically is the output.
Despite the numbers being pulled from all levels of schools, national, extra-county, county and even sub-county schools, experts insist that there is more than meets the eye. This as a majority of the grade C's and below are from sub-county schools.
National government invests a lot of resources in national schools to the detriment of the day secondary schools and smaller schools in the rural areas, some of which don't even have teachers. So how do we expect that these learners will perform comparably?
These are children who've got 100 marks, these are children who've got 200 marks, which means when you deliver them to these schools, you need to give them a little bit more time, you need to give them better resources, they therefore need to have more teachers.
Teaching and vocational training centers have normally been the alternative for this category of students amid the challenges of lack of a harmonized curriculum in such institutions. But even though every student was to get a placement at an institution of higher learning, there is still a challenge fueled by those who own the means of production.
The people who own the pieces of land, the people who own the means of production are not willing to avail these resources. And it therefore follows that government has to design models that facilitate people to be willing to invest in young people.
For the educationists, the curriculum-based program offers a promising future if efficiently implemented, as every student requires an environment where they can achieve their maximum potential without the grades being the final determinant of their next stage of life. Raquel Muigai, Citizen TV.